video. I'm mad. I'm too mad. Hold on, let me, before I start talking trash, let me look in the trunk. Oh. That's strange. My little trunk thing ain't working. Anyway, that's fucking strange. I know that in his car it don't work, but I don't like it not working in mine. The fuck? Anyways, that's strange. I'm kind of mad because my little paddle that we got for the cards is not in here, and I was gonna use it for my food. So, anyways, how y'all doing today? Hope you enjoying your little day, your little holy day. All right, so we came up in here to eat real quick, okay? So, we're doing one of my little, hold on. I was hungry, and I was watching, somebody eating some, oops. I was watching somebody eating some tacos. Like, it was like a taco challenge or something, like some of the largest tacos in the world. Oh, this was planned. They really playing with this little ice cream cone. I guess I don't need that much. Usually when I do this, I just take the top of the cone off and drop it in there. But they didn't put nothing on here. Nothing. So I gotta dig in there. Okay. So in case y'all don't know what we're doing here, got me a couple tacos. All right. And if you don't know nothing about this, you gotta go to McDonald's. Hold on. I'm gonna just take the top off. You gotta go to McDonald's, get you an ice cream cone. Get you an orange Fanta. Because I was just thinking, what do I want with them? Normally I get steak tacos, but this time I got beef. Because he had beef tacos, and I really wanted tacos. Like, I made some really good beef tacos, but I haven't made them in a long time. And I really only like my beef tacos, so I don't really order them from anywhere. All right. You get that ice cream, put it up in that cup. You gotta be careful because it get fizzy. The orange Fanta turns real fizzy. And it's gonna start fizzing up like that. How y'all seen that? But it's kind of like, remind me of one of those little things with the Flintstones on it back when we was little. With the Flintstone paper on it, the rocket push it up, whatever you call those things. With the little creamy, the dreamsicle, like the orange sickles. And you push the little bottom thing up and push that thing up. This is what this tastes like. So it's a little nostalgic. All right. So luckily I had another cup in here from earlier. I'm kind of salty about my board being gone because I pulled up over here because I just thought that was going to be all right, but we don't have the board. I'm guessing he cleaned out my car and took all my little junk out of here. My little regular stuff that I keep in here. So we got all three of the sauces from this place. This best sauce they got is this avocado salsa sauce or whatever this is. But I usually get all three. Right? They gave me too many this time, but let's just see. Good. 2 of these. That's my favorite. And put my limes right here. Usually they put it in foil, but the girl ain't there today. Like every time I go there, the girl pick up the phone. But this, and I've been going there for years, but she wasn't there today. All right, let's see. So I ended up getting 2 beef. Y'all, I jumped up off that couch quick. Okay. So we got 2 beef American. Okay, 2 beef American style. All right. And then we got a pork and a chicken. So yeah. So I was just thinking about something like like 1 step to the done right, but the done what you done wrong. Welcome to the new age or something like this. So these people could be trying to push for some alien or some type of foreign accounts or foreign technology or foreign works, okay, that these people been doing in the dark. They rather just say, just go on about your business and leave us alone or something like this. All right, but just imagine these people planning this shit on somebody, thinking they keeping somebody in the dark. And you the one that can call the shots and say that this shit is not right, it's terroristic, it is something that is foreign, it's a foreign intelligence, and it's not safe for Americans or whatever this is, okay? Whether you're a Christian or not, this kingdom or this place or this land, you know? And these people think they're going to go ahead and push it anyways. So you got married to somebody. You find out that they've been either, your person been dead a long time. You've been with somebody in their likeness or they twin brother or something. Okay? Then you find out that there's other women that could be producing children. Now, your spouse could be fixed. You could have your tubes tied. Your spouse could be clipped. None of y'all, for about the past 15 years, nobody's having no kids. 12, well, I'll say 12 years. 13 years. Okay? So I feel like some people are trying to produce some children, saying that your man, or this could be somebody that jumped, or they went, you know, they went out of the system, but before they went out of the system, they got fixed. And somebody could be trying to claim that they have a child by this person. But I really think that some of these people, if they did something like killed these people a long time ago and try to blame you for it, like, oh, our son, Mysterio. That's why I'm saying, first of all, if these people been putting so much claims on you and everything, why ain't nobody in jail? And why do they go, and if you did something so wrong, why do they go and arrest somebody else that don't have nothing to do with it, or try to arrest somebody that's not tapped into the system, that's not guilty of the crime, and put them to jail? You get what I'm saying? This is people, this is like how they soil your, I was reading about this one thing, this girl, you know, her family said that she was transgender and all this other shit or whatever, why they had to kill her or cut her out of the system or something like this. These people is crazy. But I'm thinking that some of these people, when they pass away, if they're for, if they have that thing on their paperwork, like that they want to be an organ donor, when these people are passing away, they could be taking their semen and stuff like this and using it. Okay, because they're definitely separated us into people that can get money and people that can't. Even if you're the one that started off with the money and these people was using your accounts to make themselves rich and they was leaving you out of it and you never knew that this was your money that some people was taking. They've created a whole nother system with your finances and locked you out of it. Remember how we was talking about, you know, that other shit earlier, like them taking something from your something to create some kind of healing something, and they just and these people got the nerves to be mad at you when God said what was going to happen, that these children were going to wake up and start having these prophecies and speaking these things. I think that is so crazy. Or it's kind of crazy even if you have to be talking to your person like, you know, your parents and that girl killed you and you not alive. Really, they just playing you. The actual person that put their hands around your neck or shot you is the person that you laying up with that supposedly have a child with you, and you're not even supposed to be able to have children. Like, if you could talk to your dead or your jumped or your out of the system mate. And these are the same people that want to say that you two, they're trying to test you forever. So they can say, oh, you're arrogant or you're something. No, I'm just matter of fact. What did I hear that song? Pride. Pride is why somebody failed. First of all, these people ain't my people. They can't tell me nothing. First of all, if I found out you stole from me, hurt me, binded me, or something like this, you can't call no judgment on nothing. So that whole be careful that you don't judge unless you be judged. These people been judging you all your life. You didn't know you was being judged. It's the time for judgment and you getting judged. Stop. Stop already. And ain't nobody coming back to judge nobody but the Christ for whatever this secret thing is that they did to these people at whatever time they did it. So you out of line. These are people that secretly judge you and think that you couldn't pick up on the energy or God wasn't letting you know what these people were saying about you. Oh, Lord, don't you know the crafty counsel that they crafting up against you? They thought you ain't going to be able to hear what they doing. Girl. So we're going to start with the chicken. Excuse me, y'all. I promise I didn't do no makeup or nothing today. I look crazy. But I ain't trying to. I just wanted to chill. I never eat nothing but they steak tacos. So I got the chicken, American, or with everything on it. And then the next one is the pork. But I think I'm going to eat I'm going to try one of the beef in between. So I'm going to do chicken, beef, maybe beef, and then pork. And the pork one, I just got onions and cilantro. I think they put a little bit of lettuce on here. No, they didn't. And then I got grilled peppers and onions. So they just grilled the jalapenos and big chunks of onion. And it's just grilled together, like charred or whatever. So I got the grilled onion and grilled pepper on the pork one. So even when I say about gluttony is one of the 7 sins, these is people that know that I recognize them as being clones or breeds of these people that left me behind 20 years ago and started to create a new family dynamic or structure or movement. And they were trying to talk about we about to eat a pork taco. But it also says judge not what somebody eat, but it didn't say how. Gluttony is not a flavor or a taste or a type of meat. It's a way. So that's the difference. So I'm not judging on anybody on what if you eat shrimp or not. But if somebody is being gluttonous, that's just a thing. Because that's what these people thought they would do. They would come back. Maybe all eyes were on you or me, like Truman. And these people said, I don't like this or whatever. And they could have found out about it. And they could have went off and tried to do their own thing. And they said, in 20 years, we all going to come back. And we all going to be YouTube famous. And we're going to be doing this. Or we're going to be owning this. Or we're going to change it. We're going to take the improvements and everything from Hollywood. And we're going to make everybody's social media stars. Because, and really, what did they do with Drake? He was at the top. Beyonce was one of the last people that was performing before that little final thing. Within the past 3 years, we only had like Cardi B. I think Nicki, no, she was still doing her old thing. Nicki ain't came out with that much new stuff. You got, what's her name? Megan Thee Stallion. You had, that was doing like little sideline punch stuff that get us hype. The little young girls like Glorilla and them that they brought in here. All right. Then you had the one of the two superstars that they had, that Drake. They was letting Drake do his thing, run around here, do his thing. And then Beyonce did that little tour. You see? And then now, nobody's doing nothing, it seemed like. And now they got what they doing? They got Drake showing up at people's live feed things. Like, I don't know, something is like a mismanaged, like somebody trying to teach you a lesson, and something is a mismatch. Because even if these people don't like Drake or the industry is done or want to cut, that's, excuse me, kind of silly, because that's the last person that y'all had us looking at everything that he was doing, and now you gonna sit this person down in people's live streams. It's like somebody trying to humiliate somebody. A little bit. Imagine being around these people and leaving your better half out, and now these people playing with you, playing you, and your better half, that's your number one eye or whatever, can't even help you because somebody wanted to make it, you wanted to make it blind so you can do something. I just washed this vest. Just got it out to dry today. That's messed up. So, and then if they just can't stand Drake that much, it's like, what you doing though? If that was one of the top superstars or something like this, the most famous motherfucker like this, okay? What you doing to that person, you doing to the whole thing. That's why I said these people must have already, what they doing? Some of these motherfuckers could be already in Africa. Because a lot of these celebrities, that's where they from. They rather go back to Africa than deal with who God showed them. Y'all. And the thing is, some of us, rather these people did these works on you to, like, you know, have you comfortable with not hanging out with your family, your friends, a small group, and then keeping to yourself, whether it was some kind of demonic energy, whether it's yourself or God or all that shit put together. The thing was to make you seem boring, or I don't think my life look no really different than I don't go out or nothing. But it's almost like these people wanted to prove that they could be cool without somebody. Somebody wanted you to be low-key famous and not know it, so you can't take advantage of it and start building you some kind of team, or building you some positive or some, you know, followers that will stick with you. Like somebody had this shit all planned out, but none of that shit mattered in the end, because somebody do got a direct connection to source. And it's not these ones, like, I'm just seeing these people so filthy minded about somebody, and it's not whoever they think that it is. Like that'd be crazy if somebody trying to make me think that, like, God is jealous of me. That's some bullshit. So that's how I know that these people don't worship, or they don't see the same thing, or whatever this is, or they don't have the same God as me or you, or whatever this is here. They're worshiping something else. So let's move on to the beef, because I really wanted this, and I asked somebody to, no, I was sitting at home early and I was asking my person the hell's going on here? Oh, to bring me the stuff so I can make spaghetti or something. But everybody acting so bratty today, and then demanding at the same time in the house. And I'm like, what is wrong with y'all? These people be acting weird sometimes. So I'm like, forget it. If y'all don't want me to cook it or whatever, I was gonna make spaghetti or make my own tacos. And like, they trying to take me a lesson. Well, shit, I just go get some tacos. You know, if you're going through one of these rituals and you already know what these people are doing, they'll try to like put you on Front Street on your lives or around the house. They be asking you stuff like, what you doing in here? You don't care nothing about this, this, and that, but you ain't doing shit but what everybody else is doing. You know what I'm saying? They sit on their phone all day, or they leave out to get food, cook, sit down, do whatever this. Nobody else is doing nothing extra. Nobody's doing acrobats around here. Nobody's going on worldwide tour. Well, I don't think they are, unless these people have doppelgangers or they have extras. But I was seeing somebody talking about some state actors are going to be in trouble. And I was thinking, you know, I know that they do have something like that with the special services or something. That's about like people and managing stuff when it comes to like, you know how they were saying that they was hiring people or crisis actors and shit like this. Like, I don't know what that would mean, but could be something significant. I'm not no people pleaser. I ain't no attention seeker. I ain't no. And see, that's why I say if you're not those things, they'll try to act like your cries or your stories or your viewpoint or something that's what you're doing. You're trying to get in, you know what I'm saying? Or like, oh, I was going to kick it with you, but you talk too much. About what? You motherfuckers ain't really got nothing going on for real that's going to stick. You know what I'm saying? Nah. All right. These people is hell-bent on trying to let you know that you just like them or y'all the same or something like this, and it's just not true. For somebody. You're not. It's like these people are, this is extreme hating like to the top fucking notch. This that shit when somebody is just that hateful, or there's like a prophecy or something on your life that if somebody was to find a true child or something, that person was gonna die. So it would be like a Chronos, but not really. This seemed like something very feminine. Like somebody trying to keep your life down. Give all your shit to somebody else. But like if somebody mama down here giving away all your stuff for your daddy, that mean that motherfucker is the devil. And if they trying to say that it's God that told me to give all your stuff away, but don't hurt you or don't take nothing from, why people trying to take people's wombs and kidneys and shit then? They said don't touch the person or don't harm the person. So they said, oh, well, we can just do our laser surgery or whatever and remove stuff from this person, or, you know, siphon blood from this person or plasma from this person and use it. They won't be hurt. We'll put the person to sleep and we'll take it and then whatever, and then we'll patch it up and we'll give the person medicine, and by the time they wake up from that medicine from like 2 days, then they will be all healed. This is so silly because this could be people that you care about, and if they needed something like blood to save their life, you would have just gave it to them. Why the fuck you got to treat me like I'm some animal in a kennel or some shit like this? That you got to trick me or put a piece of peel in my meat? Bitch. You know what I'm saying? Girl, this is what they doing to somebody. Oh, shit. Dang. Oh, well. I forgot to put the lime on there. Most important part. Oh, well, we got it on this one. Damn. I really want that on the chicken one. How we forget the lime? Because they didn't put it in that little piece of foil. You know what I'm saying? These motherfuckers is crazy. Girl, somebody is putting some shit in your meat, in your steak or some shit. In your stew fluid or something. You know what I'm saying? Trying to make you sleepy so they can come poking around on your body. Like you're not a human. Like you wasn't just at their house, or you wasn't just out at the house of the family member last week having dinner or something like this. Girl, Girl, because I think that this is how they did. I heard another girl did a video today, like, you don't got to hang out with them people. But this is why they doing what they're doing, because when you was going to their house and stepping foot through their threshold all the time and hanging out or getting in their car, that was giving them some type of access, or that was giving them the okay. That if these people are these fucking aliens or whatever this is, or these invader people, that they could, you go out to the club with somebody, that's the okay. Share a drink with them. They buy you a drink or something like this at the bar, be like, no, girl, I got it. That means that they bought you something or whatever like this. So that means that later on they can come to your house and get something that they need off of you. Touch on your garment or something and get something from you. I think about all them times when somebody was giving me cookies and shit like this. Like when my grandma, not my grandma, but my mother-in-law used to send me cookies. Now, the handlers could be just having them, oh, this person like, you know, I want to make some cookies. Let me send some over there. I know she like my cookies. The person that's in the Truman Show could be just thinking like that. But the handler that's handling them got another plan up their sleeve. You got to look at the shit how I'm trying to tell you. So I know that maybe the poor mother-in-law don't know that they being used like this. They could or they may not. I'm just telling y'all because everybody need to be able to see it from their own, you know what I'm saying, in their own situation. Then you judge it your own. I'm not one of them people like, girl, everybody in your family doing this. The scare motherfuckers, because now you got a whole culture of people that's hooked on tarot. They're kind of mind controlled by it now, and they're thinking really that they're doing this to everybody, or so many people going through this, and it's really not. It's certain people with certain makeups that is going on with, and 9 times out of 10, most of the 99 problems, but one of them bitches ain't one. It's a small percent of people that they're spending all this time with. And then again, like I said, oh well, if you talking about it got them stopping, oh well, let them stop, because these motherfuckers act like they was doing you a favor, I'm guessing. And if you was, motherfucker, let me know before you do me a favor, because I might not want the favor from you. I might not know what the fuck you want back from it. See, that's what I'm saying. These people be doing too much. I'm trying to clear off this slate like a motherfucker be trying to clear out their credit. Because I shouldn't have no credit problems with my credit. Like financial problems. I should not have nothing like that. Or any other motherfucking problems with no debt. To be really honest with you. All right, just pour one. Okay. We might not be able to eat all 4. All right? Let's just tell you that right now. I can't stand these people. It's like, you a problem. Because you know you watching me and I didn't let you in my life. You weird. And then you got the nerves to come on here and low-key combat what the fuck I know. You wouldn't even said those things if you didn't watch my video or you wasn't watching me at my house. Your video wouldn't even be about that today. That's how I know that they doing something like inappropriate when it comes to watching someone. Imagine you been with somebody for 20 years and you find out there's a different way of life. You catch on with whatever could be going on. You already birthed these children for this motherfucker, live with this. Find out that this is a group of people that they know when the body of these males or females are going to shut down. So they come in and they get this person and they take them to a comfortable place when they find out they sick or they got a disease or they're going to die soon. The family don't want to leave the person with their wife or their husband or something. So they collect the person and take them far away or take them back home. Some of these people, we're going to learn that they was brought in from Africa in the 80s or in the 90s or something just to do this shit to you. And so what they say when an animal or something is about to die, they like to go into a small place or in the corner or if they're about to have a baby or something. They're about to have their babies, they do that. So this person is with these people, they end up passing away. They got assets of yours and theirs in some kind of documentation. or these people are just jumping and leaving the system, and you're a wife and have been with this nigga all this time, and then here you go finding out that he got some more kids or something like this, and they think that the family and this woman think that got probably a 8-month-old baby or something, think that they about to come in and take everything that you done built with this nigga over 30 fucking years. Somebody crazy as hell. And this is America, and this my motherfucking soil. That ain't got nothing to do with pride, nigga. That's common fucking sense. That don't even make no sense. And I find out a group of Mexicans or foreigners, this is how they getting rich. This is how they taking over our nation, because they found the 4 plugs or the 3 plugs or the more powerful people that was going to be taking over some of these other bigger family lines or something in the future. Nah, you ain't getting away with that shit with me around. No, sir. I heard before we leave. You know, and that's why I said it's weird about these people, because it's almost like they wired through the people that's around you in your family, in your house unit. They not gonna say, okay, you was right about what you said in the videos. Make sure that we were supposed to leave you behind, but or something like this, or you right about them videos. One day I might not be here. You know, this is what I need you to know. Like, nobody's saying nothing. I know that these motherfuckers sending me telepathic communication. I know it's some of these people or people sending it through them. I know they the ones sending them songs to me when I'm sitting there listening on Pandora. It's like, I know sometimes the vassal that they're sending in is connected to a bigger unit. I can't just ignore it no more and just roll up on this person, hug on this person, kiss on this person, fuck on this person, or whatever like that. Knowing, you know what I'm saying? Because I don't know who you is, what you want, what you trying to get, you know, and then these are people will try to make it seem like they helping you out or something. I don't know. It's just weird to me. I don't like that. You know, it's like, I guess you're too big for your britches now. Even if this is something of your origins, you supposed to have been went through this shit 20 years ago, this awakening. And somebody that hit you over the head or gave you some kind of shot or something to make you stay asleep for another 20 fucking years. Until what? Because this is a new Jim Jones. Them motherfuckers drink that Kool-Aid. You could be like a triple Claire. You could deal with 3, 4 Claires. Like, you starting to see clearly, and these people trying to chop it down. But that's my protection, dude. Some of these groups, they feel like Iran keep on threatening Israel. It's like these people ran or they got kicked out or they got bullied and they ran and they never got over this shit. Went to Africa, went somewhere else and started some kind of thing. And the reason why they went to war with Israel is because of whatever they got, whatever abuse or something, or this mental manipulation that they suffered from probably years ago. Again, some of these people could have took things, because you notice, like, when people are like, oh, I ran, I found out I was in an abusive situation. Most people will show you something with some girl with some black eyes and a puffy cheek. That's not how abuse looks all the time. Most of this abuse that people will be talking about right now is not that kind. And somebody will say, I took this money out my mom's wallet, or I picked up whatever I could out of that house and I ran out the door. Somebody's ran out the door with your fucking social security number or some piece of mail that came saying that your uncle passed away and left you $1 million account. And then now the weapons that it seemed like the weapons that they waged against someone And again, these people don't have to mean that they ran nowhere. They could have ran underground. They could have ran to the next city. How it says in the Bible, if one city is persecuted, you move to the next one. Somebody could be from Baltimore. How I just said that, move. Let me try to be clean, because once somebody cleans something up for me, or I get something clean, then I try to be clean. Okay. So yeah, it's a whole bunch of people too that's pointing at like, oh, you remember what you said? No, I never talked to these people. I don't know what you're talking about. I remember you must have got fooled by somebody, and I'm not gonna sit here and cry and try to get you to say, believe me, I didn't say anything, or I wasn't even plugged into the. Believe what the fuck you want to believe. So a lot of people getting fooled. You know, once I'm figuring out something, motherfucker, you ain't gonna be fool me once. You see what I'm saying? I see something, or sometimes you don't need to see the whole situation. You could just see one little piece of it and make up your decision or make up your mind after. Yeah, this is good. Or make up your mind off of that. So, like, I don't feel no kind of ways about nothing no more. It's not me trying to be hard or cocky or I just don't feel no kind of ways. You can't. Once you see that this is some kind of agenda or something, it's strange. You know, you could be alert. You better be your ass alert. But you can't be feeling no kind of way about it. You can't. Because, you know, most of us felt like we grew up and we was good to people. People should have been good. But again, I also didn't grow up thinking that everybody got to like me. But what I didn't think is that people could touch me or set me up or say lies about me that's going to fit in a court case or a police record. Or I didn't ever think that nobody would do that or would be able to do that, or have the power to do this. So these people don't have real power. They just built a secondary system that they have the power to do that. And that makes them feel powerful because they know that you're not in a loop of this trash that they got going on. So even if somebody was like, girl, I'm in a gang and this is what we do, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, but them niggas be going to jail every week. Motherfucker locked up for life that was just doing this the other day. You know, like, you know what I'm saying? You know, what the fuck I'm about to be jealous of that for? I'm about to be jealous that you robbed me, and then you sitting here trying to act like you just came up with this shit on your own. That you kidnapped me, trapped me, brainwashed me, and robbed me, and you feel like you better than me. And we don't even got to go into the Bible. That's just some trashy ass shit for people to do. And then you think about somebody like Scarface, like I ain't never snaked nobody or did no shit to nobody that didn't deserve it. And then you think about it, like even if one of these men that left you at the altar and took your inheritance or your birthright, or left you after the marriage or before the marriage, or some people got kidnapped before or after the marriage, or killed the night of the marriage, or whatever this is, stuff like this. It's like, how dare you try to come back or let your family try to come back at me about some shit when you know that these was absentee people? Or how dare the first generationers, I didn't even know y'all at that time, and y'all already left from the scene. How dare you come back and try to get me for something that you thought I did to the second or the third generation version? 9 times out of 10, that's not even your family member. How dare these people get mad when these kids gonna find out that some of these people they was calling their mama and daddy ain't their mama and daddy. They was actually taken by their molester or their rapist or their whatever this is, or somebody that wanted to marry them or was married to them secretly and draining all of their stuff and then using them for some kind of lap boy, or using them for some kind of person in some kind of industry or some kind of art that was not even treating them right. Or some kind of neighborhood, feeding some kind of neighborhood that don't even fuck with them like that. That'll give their last everything to anybody else but that person that these people were using or keeping down from doing what they were doing so they could seem better. Or whatever this is. Nah. I'm alright. Quite alright. Let me get this stuff out of here. He cleaned this mug out real good. I'm kind of happy with that, so try not to make a mess in here. You know? Like, people gonna do whatever they want to do to retaliate on you or something like this. But what I can't never respect is a man that know that he's trying to keep his wife close to. He ain't never even said nothing like, babe, I know you did this or something like this, fuck you, or something like this. But somebody that come around you and keep being with you, keep doing all this shit, and then really they got a pet peeve with you, something that you said or something you did or something that they feel like they found out about you that could be true or false or photoshopped or not. Or shit, the shit could be true. I'm not, if you're not man enough to come to me and say it, then what the fuck you want me to do about it? I feel like for a real man, a motherfucker just leave. They don't need to clown you in front of a whole bunch of people or whatever this is. And if you do that, fuck you too. I don't care. I don't care. I really am one of those people that don't. Because what is it going to do? Somebody could have been showing me naked in my bathroom, taking a shower, wiping my ass every day for the... And it's just like, damn, I guess everybody's seen that. I mean, I don't know what else you want. But these motherfuckers want to stick around. You know what I'm saying? Like, what the fuck is you getting out of this? You know, because a lot of this is just, they know what they're going to do. They're going to leave you hanging, and they're going to leave a lot of these people that just got this new money behind, and you're going to have stalkers that you don't even know. They're trying to make it dangerous for you. That's number one, because there's no other reason to show you how much you needed a man around. When they know what they're doing, this is like a husband or a wife or something taking dick pictures and putting it all over the top. They know. Or I would say, because it's more, people don't really, you know, they can, but it's more with women. Men trying to prove that in this day and age that a woman need a man. They really don't. They really don't. Every woman don't need a man. They just don't. Right now in my life, I depend on a man to a certain extent. You know, but every woman is not like that. They don't. If all the car dealerships, if all the car places broke down, if the garbage company stopped working, if these things, then you would rather have a man around you. But some women know how to change their own tires. Their daddy taught them how to work on a car. They may not. They've got a tool shed bigger than any of these other men. We use their tools more than some men. A lot of men like to get tools and collect them, and they don't really be fixing or working up on nothing or nothing. They just like to go buy these tools, like video games. You know what I'm saying? Or like my crafts. Some shit in that basement, I never even opened it up. Like a pack of stickers or a pack of paper. It was just so pretty. I just had to have it. And I know that when I'm making my stuff, that's the last thing I'm gonna pick up because it's so pretty. I like to have it. You know what I'm saying? If I want to use it, you know, we call it a stash in the crafters. You know, with crafters, we call it a stash. It's where we put the stuff that we really like, that we may not never use, but we just had to have it when it came out. And it's kind of, it rip a piece of your heart out when you got to take a couple pieces of that paper and make something with it because it's so pretty. You want to use it because that's what the fuck you bought. That's what you bought it for. But for some reason, it's hard to use it. You know what I'm saying? They may not never make this paper no more. Because it's kind of like in crafting, paper crafts especially, like it's some paper, like with Prima, there's paper pads that they made. And everybody's like, oh, the new Prima paper is out. And they don't like remake it no more. Like you probably gonna have to find it on eBay or go on some specialty website. But it's like trendy. Like once that's all gone, this collection, you know, once it's all gone, the new collections, it's like 30, 50, 100 more collections that came out since that collection. You're not going to find that paper again. You know, I don't think they make it again. Now that might be smart for them to do that if there's still a lot of paper, you know, but now a lot of people going digital. But I still like the actual paper. Because at a craft fair, it'll be cool to have a booth that has connections with like Prima and some of these other paper collections that can bring back some of their vintage or some of their older models. You know what I'm saying? That'd be a good fucking idea for a craft fair. To bring back some of the old, you know, paper things that was the most popular that people know that they can't go to that company or just go online no more and get it or in the store and get it. And then these are also things that people can't. These are also, we all off the subject, but anyways, these are also things that people can't print and put on Etsy and sell it. Like you can't you can't scan Etsy, you can't scan Prima paper because of the copyright. You can't scan their paper and put it in a collection on and I don't know if they do digital paper now, but you can't scan their paper and put put it on Etsy and sell it to people for them to print it out at home. And I don't know if these companies, because I haven't been like focused only on paper crafts in a minute, so I don't know if these people, these big companies have digital websites yet. But I was thinking about this too when I went enjoying fabrics and I find out it's closing. You know, it's kind of like that same feeling, because my first like really cool thing like that was Toys R Us, and we had one around here, but they closed it a couple years ago when they closed down the Toys R Us's. And then because this network of people, they're doing more than just that. I'm telling you, they don't want America to look the same. They don't want to feel the same. They don't want none. And these motherfuckers, I promise you, it just seemed like they clowning around in the White over there. It just seemed like they clowning us, man. It seemed like nobody is who they said they is. Donald Trump is somewhere in a fucking bunker or something, and these motherfuckers is playing with us. Because I don't know. I haven't done the research. But I don't know how much we keep saying bringing back jobs. We had all these presidents telling us we're going to bring back jobs to America. What does that mean? You know, what some of the stuff that we used to make here only, or, you know, like Fisher Price toys and stuff, like stuffed toys and stuff like this that was made in America. Like, did somebody go back and start reopening, or are they, you know? But again, we in a time when the cell phone, kids ain't playing with toys like that no more. They want a phone. Babies want a phone. They want a phone. You get what I'm saying? It's just everything is changing. Like I told you, people, it's like a generation of people gonna be paying for experiences. They're gonna get rid of everything and then make you pay to experience that again. Like, I'm thinking like how much, since what, let's just go all the way out there for paper crafters. We know we like the smell of paper, the touch. Some of us go to estate sales and get vintage stuff and things like this and add it to our collection. But it's like, now you can go on Etsy and somebody can make some paper look vintage and you can print it out and just use that or whatever. But it's like simulations and shit like this about to be for you to, you know, be creating and just making digitized things where, you know, you could send it to somebody in an email or a text message, or I don't know. It's just weird to me. I was concerned about this when I started seeing the trend of digital. It's like, where are they taking us? If you really think about that, where are they taking us? And I feel like there's a lot of people that never really wanted to experience life. They were okay with not going out and having friends and something like this. And I feel like because these people were already plugged into some kind of digital era or Arcadia or something or whatever, and they're professionals at it, and they're going to try to turn all of us into it, but make us pay for our soul to have whatever it is that they think that they got that's so special. And it's really not. It's just practicing those things and putting everything digitized or everything in the head is taking away human contact. It's taking away these things. It's like a black hole. Like, these people could have got tricked into the black hole, and they're gonna, like, instead of the hole being black, it's going to be laced with all the things that you think you like that you can do digital now. And by the time you turn around, you in a black hole, and you don't really, there's nothing else. These are people that don't, that maybe even was bullied, or they was their parents like abused them, like what made them think that they was going to hell with, like, over Christianity. And so these people were they were so scared to, you know, have sex, or so they created something where they can do it and not get in trouble. But it also says in the Bible that if you do it in your head, it's the same thing. So if they're making a chip where people could have sex with their neighbor in their head, and both of these people know what they was doing last night in their head, they know that when they land in their bed and they disconnected from their family, that they are looking at something that they wouldn't want other people to know is going on in their head, like their husband or their wife. It ain't just like you thinking about, oh, if you was having an affair, you think about this person, you know, how cute they is or something like this. No, this is like somebody's living. They're living out another aesthetic or something was taking them away from their real life or something like this. And they can always still point the finger at you, somebody that has to deal with touch, or you have to be in contact. You have to have eye contact with people to really enjoy something with somebody. If somebody tried to do something telepathic with me, that shit will only last for a little bit of time. And then if it ain't no contact, this shit ain't real. Get that shit up out of here. You know what I'm saying? I don't like, it's something about it. I'm not about to be doing that. That don't feel right to me. Because I'm not getting nothing out of it anymore, or I'm not getting anything out of it from the jump. So, if you still doing it all like this and trying to connect with me, then you getting something out of it, and we two different people. Because my people got to get something out of like physical contact. If I want to be in contact with people, I can go a long time without it and still be feeling content and feeling solid, strong, mentally sound. But when I want to go and out and engage people with people, I'm going to do that. You know what I'm saying? So it's something that's abnormal about it at the same time, because these people made this clause like, we're going to do everything 5D. We're going to steal in the 5D. We're going to steal in electronics. We're going to steal this way. There's no paper print. There's no nothing like this. And it's almost like we didn't even do it. These are people that's scared of the sins. They don't like God. They hate Christ, but they could have been badgered as children or made to like getting spanked with a ruler if they don't remember scriptures. This is something like that. Like somebody could be like a whole cyber whore, but they could have been talking about you and how many guys you talk to or kick it with or go hang out with or something like this, or fuck on, or whatever this is. But this person has been with every man in America in their head or in some kind of gaming something. Do you understand? Doing everything that you could think of and imagine with these people. A hoe really don't give me somebody that been around, unless that's the way you feel about it or that's the way that you think. I'm more considerate about, opening your body up to every single man in every single way and letting them have their whole full way with you. And there's nothing to miss. There's no mystery or oh, these rabbits look kind of cute. Anyways, they're fighting or something. Okay. Bouncing around. But anyways, that's what I call that. Shameless behavior. Somebody that just stop a guy around the corner at school and in the back behind the trash can and just top off any guy that feel like they want to get topped off. You know what I'm saying? I feel like it's still, maybe they get something out of it, or these are women that feel like they seeking men's attention, and some women are just dominant, or there's some kind of way, and they go out and look for men, and they be with these men, and there's nothing wrong with them. They're not depressed. They want to fuck like anybody else. They could have also been doing some kind of scientific clinicals on some of us too, making some girls carry more masculine traits. Back in the 80s, there was a lot of girls that was like found themselves being tomboys and stuff like this. And it's not to separate or place the blame, but it's really to kind of see the trajectory of what the fuck, like we wasn't thinking about none of that. Everything was so naturey and natural back in the 80s, and the video games were still not that advanced. You had to have a joystick. Most things didn't come with headsets and all these other things that they have now, or these other advancements. It was more innocent. Excuse me. The obsession was still the same, though. Y'all know we could be on that game all day long. The damn game be all hot and shit like this. You gotta take that cartridge out there, and when you be mad, then it gets stuck and it be jumping. Especially with that Super Mario Brothers, it be stuck and it be jumping. And you be getting that glitch, and you're like, damn, I had all them in, and I had to take the game out and blow it and let the damn game. I had to unplug it and let it cool down and everything. When your game start glitching. But I was just thinking, I be thinking about stuff like this. I feel like a lot of people don't talk like this, like, and they feel like, oh, we're cool and we're beyond that or something. But it's just having a human experience. You have to think about shit like this sometimes, or you calling yourself too hardy or too something to slow down and think about, because it's something about us knowing, like a president or a queen don't know how much a can of tomatoes costs, or a carton of eggs or something. They so like out of touch with reality of what regular everyday people have to spend at the grocery store and stuff like this. It's one thing to kind of say that, but it's almost like these people are out of touch with reality. Some of us are still, it's trillions of people still on the earth here with the fucking grass and the trees and everything, you know, living in these fucking houses, but not really. You know what I'm saying? We're still, most people are still here. It's like a small group of people made it to space, or made it to some place where they can make it feel like it's outer space because of the technical things that they're able to do. But it's just, man, as humanity, or so-called humanity, or people that's having this human experience, how long have we been still engaging or interacting with these things that we see around? Like, I'm sitting in a park, in a memorial area, the trees, the little rabbits that was just hopping around here, the little different types of plants and stuff. Like, how long have we been dealing with what we call reality, the things that we can touch, see, smell, taste? I don't know. Somebody that's okay with sitting up in some kind of thing where they're not able to, and maybe they could even make it advancement where maybe these people couldn't, if they were like astral projecting or viewing you, they couldn't smell before or something, but they're bringing these things into reality to bring it into the experience, but you still not experiencing that all the way. Or, I mean, I don't know. Okay, I'm not going to say I know, but it just is, it's so detaching. It's like, I don't know, I don't understand that. And I feel like that could be the difference between like a Gaia energy and these sky people, or whatever this is. And maybe some of us are supposed to have been introduced to the sky. We are of both or something, and we were supposed to introduce, and somebody, like the first half of your life, you all Gaia, all earthy, and the second half they were supposed to be teaching you other elevated things, and somebody didn't do that. So you can pick up on cues and things from, or you think somewhat things like these people that feel like they haughty, or they're in the sky, what the sky people are doing, but it doesn't matter because you're not experiencing it. So it causes for these people to be able to come and pluck at you, or poke at you, or put their beaks and like peck at you, and you can't protect yourself, right? You can't fill out the proper paperwork if you get in cyber bullied, or the technical things that these people could have learned. We're teaching you this, but if anybody ever gets like this, it feels like this, you should do this, you should block this person that way. So somebody is like trying to put you in something that you had not learned how to protect yourself while you in it, or learned about it. But it's natural to you because you're a sky person too. But they didn't put you through your sky people clinicals. They didn't upgrade you or something like this. And I feel like that's what they're trying to do to some of us, to kind of like taunt us, right? And then you looking at other people like, how did they do that? It seemed like this person got it under control, that they can block people. It's just that easy. Girl, I just be blocking motherfuckers. Like, unless they lying. It got to be something that you're doing that you don't want people that you want to be attacked or bullied. You don't want them to know these protocol or these codes or whatever to protect themselves, because you want them to be attacked. All right? So there's a lot of shit now. Or like the suicide rate. They're going to call it loneliness, but some of these people might be taking themselves out because they don't know. Nobody taught them to expect this or anything like this at any time. To expect that people will be able to communicate with you like that. And some of these people mean well and some of them don't. When to pull the plug or some shit like this. We're going to find out that a lot of people might be offing themselves because of cyberbullying, and they didn't have anybody, or they wasn't as strong-minded or something like this. Hold on one second.